Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a financial system that kind of flips the whole idea of insurance on its head. It's called Takaful, and it's built not on making a profit, but on community and looking out for each other. So let's just start with this question. I want you to forget everything you think you know about insurance for a second. You know, the premiums, the policies, all that stuff. Instead, just imagine a group of people who all agree to help each other out if something goes wrong. That really simple but powerful idea? That's the core of what we're talking about today.
So, why was this alternative system even necessary? Well, it all kicks off with this fundamental dilemma, this real clash between a modern-day need and some very old principles.
On one side, you have the fact that insurance is, let's be honest, an economic necessity today. It protects us from those huge financial hits that come out of nowhere. But on the other side, the way conventional insurance works is actually considered prohibited in Islam. And that created this huge challenge that needed a completely new way of thinking.
Okay, so let's get into the why. What's the actual problem? The issue isn't the idea of protecting yourself, it's the mechanics of it. You see, conventional insurance has elements of interest, a whole lot of uncertainty in the contract, which is known as gharar, and even a component of what you could call gambling, or maisir. And those specific things just don't align with Islamic financial principles. And that brings us to the solution. To get around this, Islamic finance came up with its own unique approach, and that approach is called Takaful. The word Takaful literally means joint guarantee, and that says it all, really. This isn't a company selling you a policy, it's a group of participants, of members, who all agree to guarantee each other. It shifts the whole thing from a top-down, company-to-customer relationship to a horizontal, member-to-member community.
And this quote just captures the philosophy behind it perfectly. It's from the Malaysian Takaful Act. And listen to the words: a scheme based on brotherhood, solidarity, and mutual assistance. That's not how you describe a normal financial product, right? The language itself just shows you it's a totally different mindset.
So, how does this actually work? In practice, how do you build this system of mutual assistance so it's financially stable? Well, it all boils down to two key Arabic principles, ta'un and tabaru. First up, you've got ta'un. This is the core agreement, the whole spirit of the system. It's the principle of mutual cooperation that brings everyone together. You can think of it as the shared promise. Everyone is saying, hey, we're in this together, and we agree to help each other out if one of us runs into trouble. It's the foundational why. Okay, so if ta'un is the why, then tabaro is the how. Tabaro just means donation. Each person in the group voluntarily contributes to a shared pool of money. And this is key. It's not a payment for a service. It's a donation you make with the specific intention of helping out the other members of your group.
And this is how it all fits together. It's actually a really elegant process. First, everyone gets on board with the idea of cooperating. That's ta'un. Then, everyone acts on that promise by donating, making a tabaru to a shared fund. And finally, that fund is simply used to help any member who has a loss that they all agreed to cover. It's simple, it's transparent, and it's all driven by the community.
So, when you boil it all down, what's the one single most important thing that separates Takaful from the insurance that you and I are probably used to? It all comes down to the kind of contract it is.
This right here is the absolute game changer. See, conventional insurance is a contract of sale. You are literally buying a promise that you'll be paid back later, and that sale contract is where all those issues with uncertainty or gharar pop up. But Takaful, it uses a contract of donation. By framing your payment as a donation to the group, you remove those problematic elements, and the whole system becomes compliant with Islamic principles. It's a brilliant workaround.
This little chart just lays it out so clearly. With conventional insurance, the primary goal is profit. Your payment is a premium, a price, and your relationship is between a company and a customer. With Takaful, the goal is mutual benefit for everyone. Your payment is a contribution, a donation, and the relationship, well, it's between you as a participant in your community. The whole framework is just different.
So here's the big takeaway. Takaful is way more than just another financial product. It's a complete philosophical shift. It takes the heavy burden of risk off of one person's shoulders and puts it into the hands of a community that has agreed to share that responsibility together.
And that leaves us with a bigger question to chew on, doesn't it? If we step outside of finance for a second, what happens when we start looking at major life challenges, not as individual problems, but as shared responsibilities? Does that fundamentally change how we build our communities, how we support each other? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.